What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. Of course, this is your host, Anthony Sain, along with my guy, Kenny Stubblefield, on the other side of the screen. Kenny, what's going on with you, my brother?
Man, it's good, dude. How are you?
Man, I'm good, man. Just sitting here. Weather getting hot outside. Just got back from New York City, man. And everything I've heard about the difference between the South and up North, I finally got to see in real time.
Yeah, you got to see it in real time, right?
Yeah, you know how people say, like, people from up North, when they come down here, they say, well, I like the South because it's slower, right? It's slower pace and all those type of things.
Right.
I've always heard that, but I never understood what they meant because I've never lived anything anywhere but the South. Never lived anywhere but Memphis,
Right.
So going to New York City and just seeing how fast-paced people are was crazy, bro. Like, traffic was nuts. Like, we had this conversation when I called you the other day. I said, man, hearing the way people blow their horn at each other made me think, bro, I don't even know what my horn sounds like. I may have blown my horn 3 or 4 times since I've owned my car. You know what I mean? So,
right. It is funny, man. It is funny because, like, I think I asked this question a long time ago to somebody. I was like, why do Memphians not blow their horns often? You just don't hear horns being blown. And they said apparently, and I don't know when or if this is true or not, but they said apparently it was outlawed a long time ago in Memphis. And so it just became a thing where nobody did it. And so it's just kind of, I don't think it's outlawed anymore, but people just don't blow their horns. But
it seems like I've heard something like that before, that you're not supposed to. I don't know. I think I did hear something like that. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, it's totally different.
It ain't that way in New York, though, right?
Nah. I went to Times Square. I went to the World Trade Center, that area, Ground Zero. It was great, man. It's a super dope city. I was in Brooklyn for a little bit. Super dope city, man. Like I said, nice place to visit, but definitely would not want to live there. I got family out there.
We're not expecting you to move to New York, right? Like, that's not what's gonna.
I got family who moved there a while ago, man. I mean, you're talking about 50, 60 years ago. Like, my dad's brothers and sisters moved up there,
right?
And I have a whole wing of my family that's out there, like 4 or 5 uncles that had kids and grandkids that all New Yorkers have never lived in the South. Right. So yeah, it was a cool experience, man. This weekend for me, for sure. But since the last time we talked, Kenny Stubblefield, the NBA is looking a little different going forward, man. We went into the changing of the guard right here in front of our faces, Kenny, for the first time, and I'm not sure how many years. I'll let you people who really care about that type of stuff look into it. But for the first time in a long time, Kenny Stubblefield, we have the second round of the NBA playoffs that does not include LeBron James, Steph Curry, or Kevin Durant, and we see names like Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, the point guard for the Knicks. These type of guys.
Hold on, what's this? Hold on,
I'm really struggling to remember his name. Seriously,
I forgot his name though.
That guy, the Tyrese Halliburtons of the world, the next wave of stars, are amongst us in the NBA. Even like the Jason Tatums, those type of guys, and we are seeing the next wave of stars come in. And I've said this for a while, that I'm excited that this is happening, man, because people are talking about why are NBA numbers falling. And I said it last week. I said, I think the thing that they thought was the thing is not the thing anymore. I think people are kind of tired of seeing LeBron. They're tired of seeing Steph, tired of seeing KD. Yes, these guys are box office guys, but they just represent so many things that fans are just kind of tired of. And when you see a game in which the best player in the world, the reigning league MVP, who's probably going to be MVP again, Nikola Jokic, not shoot a single free throw last night. A big man who had 20-something points, 19 rebounds, did not shoot a free throw in a world where the free throw discrepancies are so ridiculous for the Lakers, man.
This idea of star calls, these idea of like the star whistle, things like that.
Yeah, when the biggest best player in the league, Nikola Jokic, does not go to the free throw line. Those type of things just kind of disgust you, man. Then you see the aftermath of the game, and them having exit interviews right there on site. Like, man, what are you doing? Like, then stories come out today about the Lakers possibly wanting to draft Bronny just to keep LeBron happy. We're just tired of all that, man. Like, we're tired of all that. I want to see hoopers hoop, and I've seen that in the teams that are actually winning games. You know what I mean? And shout out to that. But it's weird, man. It's weird not seeing Steph here. We're not seeing KD here. We're seeing LeBron here. But that entire era of team hopping and guys matching up and the super team concept and the big threes and all that type of stuff. I'm just glad that the new wave of not just players, because a lot of times we say Well, these guys here are different, right? These guys are just wired different. You're seeing a new wave of general managers and just organizations that are just smarter teams in smaller markets. You know what I mean? Right. And for years, people have always had this weird thing where they say, because this guy's a Laker fan I follow on Twitter, hilarious guy to follow because he's in shambles right now. Him and Lakers and Warrior fans is really in shambles right now. But just, it's just been this narrative where small market guys end up going to big markets, right? And that's not even been a real thing, here
we experienced that the last couple of weeks with Ja, right? Like everybody, he's leaving his management and clutch and he's going to go to New York, he's going to go to LA, he's going to go to, we've had that same, and it's like, pump the brakes a little bit,
And there's this monster under the bed, like we said, of people, it's creating this narrative of guys get up and going somewhere else. Right. But the thing that people are ignoring in that whole narrative that they're not saying is these guys are leaving horrible front offices. They're leaving teams that couldn't win. LeBron left Cleveland because he couldn't win. They weren't able to put anything around him for that team to be good. You know what I mean? All these guys in the past, Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City made a decision to spend money on Serge Ibaka instead of James Harden and breaking up the core of that team. All these guys who got up and left and moved around over the years, it's been a result of bad management for the teams that they left and teams that just weren't good. These young guys now are the tops of their conference. They're playing for the best teams in their conference. They're playing for the best teams in the NBA. Where you're talking about Anthony Edwards, you're talking about John Morant, whoever you're talking about, these young superstar guys, that are in these small markets. They're SGAs. They're playing for some of the best teams in the league. These guys
are the best teams in the league. Yes.
They're not bottom feeder teams. So the whole narrative of guys leaving just to go to New York or just to go to LA, it's always been the most ridiculous thing in the world to me. And like I said, these guys have pride in themselves. They have front offices they can trust in that are making smart decisions, that are making crafty decisions, that aren't going out here making these deals where you're trading away everything to go get Bradley Beal, a guy who's going to be making $60 million for the next 2 years, with next 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, with the no trade clause. You're not doing these type of things. You're seeing teams, these small market teams with these young stars making smart decisions like Indiana, going and get a crafty guy. I didn't forget my guy's name.
Indiana, Pascal Siakam.
Going to get Pascal Siakam instead of going after a Kevin Durant, a guy that has a much more manageable contract where you didn't have to give away as much stuff, but still makes you a contending team, a movable piece that doesn't strap you down forever and you're not mortgaging your future for. Getting actual players that can come in and build to your young core and help you win. And I just commend these teams, man. Like the NBA is just smarter going forward, man.
And even in that sense, you see another small market team that was heralded a couple of years ago is like, oh man, a small market team just won the NBA championship in the Milwaukee Bucks. Drafted Giannis. They have Chris. They had Drew. They had all these guys.
They went and got Drew Holiday, but it wasn't an over the top. They did give up a lot to get him, but it wasn't like a super big time mortgaging of your future. They've still been kind of able to operate, and he was a player that still had some years left to kind of extend their runway a little bit.
Right. But look at what they've done this year. Look at what happened this year. They kind of bought into that, like, we need to partner Giannis up with somebody that and Dame's a fantastic player, but they leveraged their future for Dame Lillard. They got rid of it.
Work, man. I don't understand why.
They got rid of Adrian Griffin. They got Doc Rivers in. And they are probably not going to make it out of this first round.
It's crazy. Go ahead, sir.
And number one, because of injuries, but number two, you're a two-headed monster that if one of those guys is out, you're done. And you look at Oklahoma City, you look at all these other small market teams, and that is not the case. That's not how these things work.
And like I said, man, it's good to see, like you said, Milwaukee Bucks had a good thing going. They kind of bought into the whole thing of like you said, they went back in time. You want to make Doc Rivers your coach, and you went in with the superstar approach to go get Damian Lillard, and it just didn't work. It's not working for them at all. Of course, you had the injuries, of course, but even during the regular season, that team did not look like
it. Just didn't look good.
They didn't look good at all. So, like I said, shout out to the small markets, man. I've been hating on everybody since we're not in the playoffs. But I'm happy, man. I'm happy just to see the new wave of guys, man. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that for a second. Can we talk about that for a second? No greater the greatest example of that in terms of this playoff run has been the Minnesota versus Phoenix series, right? Like, you see Phoenix, who had a really good thing going for a while. They have Devin Booker. They drafted him. They've developed him. He's turned into an elite basketball player. Surrounded him with Mikal Bridges, with Cam Johnson, with DeAndre Ayton, with all these guys that are fantastic ball players. They leveraged that away to bring in Bradley Beal, to bring in Kevin Durant. They got rid of that. They got rid of Monty Williams, the culture that he was bringing. And then you look, so they bought into that whole super team idea. And then you got Minnesota, who literally their two best players are two guys that have been drafted by that program.
Yep.
And it was wild to me. I know it's kind of cheesy, but that Ant Edwards dunk in that last game, it
symbolized
everything. It symbolized everything, right?
Everything I just talked about, the old way of thinking, the old narratives, the large market stuff, the super team. Get out of here.
Yeah,
all of it. Yeah,
I mean, because Ant's the perfect test case when it comes to that. Because what did you say? You were talking about it with our guest last episode,
Corey Parson. Yeah,
Corey Parson. Sorry, I couldn't remember his first name. I knew his last name. I couldn't remember Corey's first name. But you said they were asked questions about what about Bradley Beal? What about all this? And he's like, cool. I got Jaden McDaniels on my team. Like, it's just that mentality of, man, I'm riding with my dudes, the dudes that I know, the dudes that I trust, that have been developed with me. I ride with those dudes. And Edwards is that guy. And that dunk, that whole game felt like it was just a complete changing of the guard of the NBA.
And like you said, Minnesota went out and got Rudy Gobert, those type of things. And that was they gave up some assets to do that, a lot of assets to do that. But they built around their core. They built around their star guys they drafted. Jay McDaniels, another homegrown guy that was on that team.
Right.
Nas Reed, another homegrown guy. And you're just that team is looking like a team that could win the whole thing right now, man. And it's about continuity, chemistry, just years of playing together. And just these little thrown together teams these guys are trying to put together, it's just not working, man. And it just like these owners come in and just think they just know everything. And like you said, you have to ask the question sometimes. Like you look at the Lakers, right? The situation where you add, you go get LeBron James comes, right? And then you trade away Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart. You trade away these guys to get Anthony Davis, right? Yes, you get a championship. I'm not knocking anybody for winning a championship because that's what you're playing for.
Right.
But now you're in a situation now where you're at the mercy of a 40-year-old man. You're about to go draft this dude's kid just to make.
Who's talking about his son, wanting to play with his son, he literally threatens to retire every single year at this point.
Yeah,
and that is your guy. He is the best player on your team. Like that is.
It's not AD. Right.
It's not AD. No, it's absolutely LeBron. AD is
at the mercy of LeBron James. And I had a conversation with someone today about this today. He was like, man, if LeBron really wanted to do the right thing. And this is something that Kobe was criticized about too, because he kept taking these huge contracts. It just kind of kept the Lakers crippled, right? If LeBron really wants to do the right thing, go to a team and just say, look, man, I don't want to be LeBron anymore. Let me be you guys starting power forward. I'll get in where I fit in. I don't have to control. I don't have to run the offense. I don't have to be on the ball. Go somewhere and just help a team win. Like it didn't have to be all about you. At this point, you're 40 years old, LeBron. You're not going to win. You're not going to win if you're the best player on the team. You know what I mean? And
he can't do that. He didn't get to where he is thinking that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If he wants another win, he wants another ring, bro. And if he wants a couple more rings, because LeBron's body can hold up to be an NBA player. I'm going to say this, man. LeBron's probably got 5 more years of playing in the NBA.
At a high level, if he wanted,
he could be a 20-point scorer in the NBA for the next 5 years. Because, like I said, he's been playing on the ball all this time. LeBron can mess around. LeBron could be a starting center in the NBA, bro. He could definitely hold his own, which is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he could be what Giannis is for Milwaukee easily. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even at this point of his career, LeBron could probably play, 2, 3, 5 years max in the NBA, play until he's 45 years old. I could definitely see it. But like I said, he won't do that type of stuff. He'll go somewhere where he'll still trying to build things with the Lakers team. And the Lakers every year, they sign guys to these 1-year deals. Then they'll bring another bunch of more guys in at 1-year deals at the end of free agency. The teams haven't, signed or whatever. And it's just the same cycle every year. And everybody get hype about this hodgepodge of just mixed match guys that they bring in every year, man. It's just the same old stuff with the Lakers, man. Like I said, I'm not mad at them. Their fans are talking about firing Coach Ham or whatever. I don't care. Whatever. If that's what you think the problem is, fine. Because you guys are going to suck again. The Warriors, you guys are going to suck again. Phoenix, Phoenix is a pretty good team. You're not going to win a championship again. You're going to be the same team as you are last year. And I'm glad these teams are firing coaches and firing GMs. James Jones is going to get fired in Phoenix. That's happening. That's 100%. Scott Vogel and James Jones are both going to get fired. Yeah.
I can see Scott Vogel getting fired.
They're going to scapegoat all this shit, man. Like, they're going to scapegoat these guys. Yeah.
By the way, last week we said Scott Vogel. It's Frank Vogel.
I said Scott Vogel then too.
Yeah, damn. It's Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel, you getting your ass up out of there? You know
sorry,
that's happening, bro.
Sorry,
you know
Scott is Frank's twin brother. I don't know if everybody knows that. It's in there.
Yeah, man, I'm just a made up a dude, but yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, I'm excited about it. Like I said, the NBA is changing. The game I love, man, is moving into a new era, and I love it. The guys like I said, the John Morants, the Halliburtons, the SGAs. Jalen Brunson, the guy I talk a lot of shit. Jalen Brunson is a goddamn hooper, bro. Like I talk a lot of shit. The man is so good. It's crazy how like Knicks have been, bro, for the last 20-something years, bro. We've heard all this talk about the Knicks need to go get a star. They need to get somebody at the box office. They need to get a big name. The best player since Carmelo Anthony to play for the Knicks is Jalen Brunson. That was a second-round pick in the NBA. And basically a backup point guard, off guard for Luka Doncic in Dallas.
Crazy.
Jalen Brunson, who's been the best player they've had since Carmelo. And if you want to tell me he's been better than Carmelo, I don't argue with you about that.
I'm cool with that.
Because he's been phenomenal, man.
Because he's got the ball in his hands all the time, man. Yeah. He's the guy.
He's really freaking good, man. Like I get my jokes off. That dude is really freaking good. Yeah. And like I said, he's been box office. You know, the Stephen A. Smiths and all these guys that have just been jerking all these dudes off for years with these big names. Man, whatever, bro. Like the league is changing. Small markets are winning because they're hiring smart young front offices that are making smart decisions. And like I said, man, I even applaud David Griffin in New Orleans this year. He said, man, you know what? I've been doing this thing. We've been saying, well, what do we have everybody here? What would it look like? He said, man, I know that we lost Zion at the end of the season, and it could make people think, well, man, we just had Zion. He said, no, man, I've seen enough. Like I see, like this ain't it. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's gonna go do. He might go out there and do some goofball stuff, but like I said, we'll see. Brandon Ingram's been kind of disappointed in the playoffs.
I think you'll see Brandon Ingram be off that team before you'll see Zion off that team.
I wonder who signs him though. If they let him, if you let a guy of that caliber walk, I wonder where he ends up because there aren't a lot of teams that have money.
LA's gonna get.
They don't have no money, bro. They don't have money to go sign that dude.
They'll go sign some European kid, like 3 or 4 European kid. Oh, I got a thumbs up, dude.
How you do that?
I don't know.
That happened before. You did that before some type of way. StreamYard is some type of thing you recognize the thumb?
I don't know, man.
No, I didn't do it.
They only recognize white thumbs, apparently.
Yeah, it might be what it is. It's racist.
It's racist.
I'm going to tell you a team that should go out to Brandon Ingram for real, though.
Who?
Oklahoma City.
Nah, dude. Nuh-uh.
Oklahoma City should go get Brandon Ingram.
They got the money. They got Jalen Williams, bro. They don't need.
But they got the money to pay him, and you can put Ingram at the 4.
I don't see it.
Hey, they want
Brandon.
It's a rumor they want Paul George.
Brandon needs the ball.
Got money too, though. I think Philly
Brandon needs the ball too much, man. Like these teams, these young teams that are so good, they don't need a guy who's a ball stopper like that. Brandon Ingram's
players. Even their best players aren't ball stoppers. That's a good point you make.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need – Brandon's only effective when he has the ball. There's a reason why he can't play with Zion because they both need the ball to be effective. I don't see it. I could see a Toronto go after him maybe.
Yeah, they got money.
But they got Scotty Barnes. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how it all goes down, man. But I'm going to slide out the way. About to take a break. When we come back, man, my guy Parish Sharkey is going to be in the building for the sit down with Sain. We'll see you guys in a minute.
PJ Haggerty, and how do you put complementary pieces around him, not guys that are necessarily going to steal the show and try to be 20-point per game scorers, but guys that can complement him. And I think Tyrese Hunter fits that perfectly. He's been, a 10 to 12 point per game scorer throughout his collegiate career. He has really solid assist numbers, which shows you right there that he's not a selfish player. He's willing to move the ball.
Right.
He's a decent but not great shooter, which can take a little bit of the pressure off. So I think what we're seeing with Colby Rogers, with Tyrese Hunter, is just more depth, might not be the right word, but just more complementary pieces to PJ Haggerty. They're not guys that are going to take 10, 15 shots a game. These are guys that can take a back seat, get him the ball, but also offer other scoring options in whatever rotation they're put out there.
Tune into On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I don't. That's why I'm not joking. Our games would be 3 hours and 15 minutes.
It is the worst.
But for
I had headphones on, but I heard that
was that
for many of Walls.
Those are definitely gunshots, and I hear cars squealing off.
Still occurring.
Wow.
All right. Win shares not looking great there.
Is that literally still happening?
Still happening.
Wow.
Jesus
So we need to be concerned. How many shots is that?
I'll lay low for a while.
That's at least 24 shots. At least. Speaking of a volume shooter.
Khalif Battle is outside.
Don't put that on
Hey, maybe Mikey.
Look, it's in our.
I'm just kidding.
The jokes are all there.
Sorry.
The jokes are all there.
Right.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Got my man Parish Sharkey in the building. Before we jump into it, make sure y'all check out my guys, man. TJ and Trey, Tigers on Tap. They come on right after this show, man. We come on at 12. They come on at 3. Get you a little lunch or something, grab you something to eat, man. Play like you're working with your work from home job and cut them on at 3 o'clock. Check out my guys. So much stuff going on in the world of Tiger basketball, Tiger football right around the corner. Make sure y'all check out my guys, TJ and Trey, on Tigers on Tap. Coming on right after us at 3 o'clock. Parish Sharkey, what's going on, my boy?
Oh, it's good. What's good, man? How you been?
Making it, bro. Trying to make it before we take it. Man, glad to have you on, man. The NBA is rolling, man. Rolling on without these bones, man. LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, but get them out of here, man.
Pack them up, bro.
Me and Kenny talked about it, man. The NBA, and like I said last week, I think I talked about this. This one with you. This is me and Corey Parson talked about this. We said, like, why are the NBA numbers, why are the NBA ratings dropping? These type of things, right? Not huge drops, but why are we seeing a decline in the NBA? And I said, man, maybe the thing that the NBA thinks is the thing is not the thing. Like, I think that people think that we want to see Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant. I just think we don't, man. I just think people are tired of it. I think most of the people who actually watch games are ready to move on, man. And we just said kudos to the next generation of stars, the Jalen Brunsons, the John Morants, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, these type of guys, Luka Doncic, these guys. And goddamn, Nikola Jokic, who's the best player in the world. Yep. Like, we act like this dude is not doing his thing. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see the league move on, man. I think it's in great hands. And I put a tweet out yesterday where I said, it feels like we're ushering in the next wave of NBA faces, these 4, 5, 6, however many guys you want to put in there. Wemby, these type of guys you want to put in that list. But I look at guys like Giannis, guys like Joel Embiid, guys like Jokic, who I just talked about, like Jason Tatum, kind of feeling like guys that are kind of conduits that are like helping you transition from where we are now to this next wave of guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. And what do you think about that? And what do you just think about the entire? It's here, man. We're here. Like we talked about when Kendrick Lamar came out and he dissed Drake publicly in a song. We were like, hey, man, we're here now. The thing we dreamed about is here. So what are your opinions on what appears to be a change in the regard in the NBA?
Yeah. First, to go back to your first point that you talked about Corey Parsons, like I said, that was a very good episode. And I couldn't agree more with this statement about when y'all was wondering why it felt like the NBA game it's less viewerships and stuff. I had the exact same thoughts. Like, throughout the season, all you saw was Golden State and the Lakers. Every night, Golden State and the Lakers played somebody, and they played each other. It was like, and I mean, it was like 3 straight Saturdays where on ABC prime time, it was Golden State versus the Lakers.
Yeah, man, it's like we're tired of that crap, man. We've been watching that for the last 10 years, bro. We've been watching LeBron versus Steph for the last 10 years.
Like, yeah, we want to see some more teams. Like, we want to see Anthony Edwards more on TV. And speaking of him, he wasn't top 10, which I'm saying the whole thing, him being the face of the league, but he wasn't top 10 in the MVP rankings. Which so I'm like, insane. What's crazy? Like, you know, that's crazy. Like, okay, like now apparently he wasn't respected enough during the regular season because to not be top 10 MVP, but it does feel like it is it pretty much is a change of the guard, right? Because him sweeping Kevin Durant, like and Devin Booker. You know, last week I was spoken in length about Devin Booker. Is he supposed to be the best shooting guard in the NBA? Well, it's like Anthony Edwards to snatch that crown if that was the case, right? So like Anthony Edwards to snatch that crown from him is the best shooting guard, not only just Kevin Durant thing, but Devin Booker was definitely affected in this series as well. So yeah, I feel like that definitely is changing the guard. LeBron, they can't. Denver, they're no match for Denver. They're like Denver just got their number, bro. Like they can't beat the folks. And that the Lakers been the 7th seed for 3 years in a row. They've already been tailing off. Even the Clippers could be next. Dallas almost pulled out the comeback. We'll see how the rest of that series shakes out. But Kawhi out. He's out again, right? Yeah. James Harden and Paul George pulled through, but can they do it again, right? So we'll see if the Clippers will be the next to phase out, along with Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Steph Curry, who didn't even make the playoffs. So yeah, I do feel like it definitely is a change in the guard.
Yeah, and I was thinking the other day, just kind of thinking out loud that like when you look at the big three, right? You know, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Steph Curry. I got Steph Curry being Kendrick Lamar. I got LeBron being Drake, and I got KD being J. Cole for several reasons, right?
That's good. That's good. That's
right. But then you got like, the Futures, your other guys, your Big Mills, those type
Big
of guys.
Sean,
yeah, those type of guys, right? That's like the Clippers, right? It's like the entire Clippers starting lineup of Paul George, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kawhi Leonard, like those guys, right? And like that, we talk about that era being gone with LeBron and them, but it's like that Clippers team is like this last fragment of that next step of guys that was under those three. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of pulling for those dudes because like I said, I want to see James Harden kill the ghost of, screwing up in the playoffs. I want to see Paul George get a ring. You know what I mean? I want to see Kawhi get another one. Right. I want to see Kawhi get another one, man. I want to see Russell Westbrook win a championship. Like I want to see all those things. These guys who I hated during the grit and grind era, right? These guys who were busting our ass. All four of those dudes busting our ass. Right. 4 separate teams were busting our ass. Like I want to see all those dudes get one. You know what I mean? I'm just a fan of the game, man. I'm just a fan of great players, regardless of what they've done to the Grizzlies over time. But what are your thoughts on that, man? Like that's another era that's if LeBron and them are gone, those guys don't have any more than 3 or 4 years left. So what are your thoughts on that wave of guys in the league?
Yeah, it's transitioning. It's kind of it's weird because I guess that they still it's like you got LeBron, Steph, KD. Then you like said basically the Clippers,
right?
And then after that you got Jokic, and they're the ones who currently the defending champs. You got Jokic, you got Giannis, and I guess Jason Tatum are in the same.
And Embiid, they're in the same age.
They're in the same. They're in the same group. And
Tatum's a little younger than them, but he's still in that group.
He's still. That's so crazy. He's still like
Tatum ain't with John them because Tatum ain't number like 26 or some shit like
that. Yeah. I think him and Devin Booker are more in the same.
Yeah,
Booker's in the same age, but Devin Booker looking not too well for him right now. But it's odd because it's like I said, the Clippers, like pretty much this is it. They gotta pull it through this year because Paul George is probably leave. If they don't, he's probably leaving. I guess that seems to what the signs are going that he's leaving, and he might join Embiid. So there you go. That can form and give Embiid his other shot.
Right.
But
I got the script, man. I got the script right now.
What?
The Clippers are probably gonna lose at some point. They're not gonna win. Well, I want the Clippers to win the whole thing. They're not gonna win the whole thing. Tyronn Lue is going to leave there. If LeBron stays in LA, he's going to LA. Yeah, he's going to the Lakers. Yeah. He should come to the Grizzlies, but he's going to guarantee it. That's the script. That's the script, y'all. Free on.
You already know.
All right, now let's go back to Devin Booker, right? Did he make a mistake in kind of initiating this whole me and KD worked out this summer? That's my man from FIBA or whatever, Olympic team or whatever. Did he make a mistake because there were a lot of things that were in motion with Nike or whatever as far as him getting his own shoe that ended up happening? But his marketability plummeted like hell this year, man. You think about it, especially when that was his Phoenix team. It's kind of like Dwayne Wade how his vibe kind of fell off when LeBron and the Bosh got there, right?
Yeah,
it's like this is your team, this is your Phoenix Suns team. You took this team to the NBA Finals, and then you look up, KD's here, Bradley Beal's here. You're losing, and now you're looking like a weenie wearing Air Force Ones. You know what I mean? So wearing dunks. So if you're Devin Booker, do you feel any remorse for Devin Booker is really what I'm trying to say? Because like I said, because like we started talking about faces of the league, future of the league and stuff, we ain't brought up Devin Booker at all. Like, because he used to be the guy. This guy was getting Kobe Bryant comps. So like,
he's on the
Kobe Bryant.
He's on the Olympic team.
Yeah.
Like coming up. It's like, so he's
everybody
still
was like, if anybody's the next Kobe Bryant, it's Devin Booker. If you look at his numbers and stats, it's Devin Booker. The mid-range king, Mamba mentality, all those type of things. Man, Anthony Edwards came in and just snatched all that. Tyrese Halliburton just came in and snatched all that. All these, SGA has came in and snapped all that. Devin Booker's not even in those talks anymore, man. So if you're Devin Booker, do you feel a way? Are you trying to get out of Phoenix? What's your move if you Devin Booker?
I don't know. You gotta go out here and tough it out.
It's the bed he laid in. Because a lot of people say this on Twitter, like, man, I don't feel bad for Booker because I
know. Because even the Kevin Durant trade, I kind of understand. It's the Bradley Beal trade that kind of killed everything. When that trade happened, I was like, y'all have no point guard. Y'all can't convert one of them to a point. They're not point guards.
Yeah.
Like
they should try to get Tyus Jones.
Perfect. Like you don't need. Sometimes you just push you too far. Like you got two shooting guards in the small forward stretch power forward. Like you still need a point guard to set you up. An actual true point guard minded player. Bradley Beal and Devin Booker are not point guards, and they don't want them as a small forward. When they played, and they still started Grayson Allen. Like it was like y'all had no point guard at all on the court side.
That Chris Paul trade should have been for Tyus Jones.
Yeah. So it's crazy. But yeah, like I said, he made the bid. He vouched for the Bradley Beal trade. So they gotta find a way to make it work because they got 3 years left and he got no trade clause and nobody traded for him anyway. So they stuck.
The Boston Celtics on the verge of putting your bum ass Miami Heat out of the playoffs.
Hey, Jimmy Butler got the little pigtails on the sideline. Put it this way.
Man, get the Mickey Mouse was there.
Nah, what tripped me about him talking stuff.
Go ahead.
What tripped me about him was talking stuff. I think during game 3, they talked to him on the sideline. He was talking about, we finna everybody talking about Boston. We finna go up 2-1 on. I was like, bro, 1, you ain't playing. 2, y'all was getting smacked anyway, even you did play because. Like I said, someone was off of Miami this year. Just sit down somewhere.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, man. I talk noise about Miami. I'm really jealous of Miami because they're able to find dudes, man. And we look like that team this year because we found Vince and Gigi and just made them into like instant rotation players. But I feel a way about Miami because, like I said, every year, man, they're able to just find some random ass dude and just make him a rotation player, and it just works, for them every year. So I always hate them because of that, but. I asked all this to say when it comes down to Boston. We heard the news about Porzingis today. A report just came out saying that he's expected to at minimum miss a few games. He'll probably play in the middle of the second round if he comes back, based on what they're saying. Yeah. Probably game 3, game 4, if that. If you're Boston, let's assume you don't have Porzingis for the rest of the playoffs, so you won't get him back until maybe the conference finals or the finals. Is this a team with Al Horford and Xavier Tillman that can still make the NBA Finals? And will we see Xavier Tillman and Nikola Jokic stopper again in the NBA Finals this
year? They should, at least if he misses like the second round, they should make it out. I think they played the winner of the Cleveland Orlando series, and they should make it out. Yeah.
Yeah, they should get out of the next round, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, because the rest of the core had been there. Like, I forgot. I guess they traded Marcus Smart was for Porzingis. So I guess Robert Williams is the one who's missing. Without Porzingis, that's the big man you're missing. But Xavier Tillman is replacing him. So they should have enough to get past that series. Porzingis should be back by East Conference Finals for them, hopefully. When they play New York, even then, New York. I'm assuming New York makes it. As long as they be Indiana, but even then, New York is still Jalen Brunson and a bunch of dudes when they boil down to it. So they still should have enough to get past them, even without Porzingis. Because Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jason Tatum, ain't no excuses. Like, ain't no excuses. They should be. They should exit the finals. So they need Porzingis back for the finals against either Denver or if Minnesota or OKC surprises and get there, or the Clippers or Dallas, any of those teams that make it. But specifically against Denver, they'll need him back, especially against Denver. They would definitely need him for this series. But Anybody else? We're assuming he's probably gonna be back by the end though. Yeah. But anybody else, I think they could. Like in the Clippers, I'm trying to think of other teams that got big men. Like you got Jokic, the Clippers got Zubac. They play a bunch of wings. Dallas, Sain.
Minnesota's got big.
Minnesota got big, so I guess them they probably need them. OKC, you got Chet, but you still kind of lacking some bigs behind them. And Jalen Williams is playing power forward, so I think the only team is Minnesota and Denver are the two teams they are definitely need them back.
And you're in the NBA Finals if you're talking about this, so then you got Xavier. You got Xavier Tillman, who's a Nikola Jokic stopper, so you'll be fine. Hey, wouldn't that be messed up for real though, man? The Boston Wizards championship and it's because of Xavier Tillman is like nullifying Nikola Jokic. But I'll be pissed.
Hey, it's like
bad foot, bad back, bad knee, bastard.
Hey, it's the history of the Grizzlies. It's the history of the Grizzlies. The players leave and win.
Right, man. Hey, God, I'd be so sick, bro. I'd be so sick if I see Xavier Tillman locking down Jokic in the finals, bro. You know what's gonna happen just because we sit up and say
he do give him a good run for his money when you play him.
He always does. He always does. Oh man. All right. On a scale of 0 to 10, what is your annoyance level with Oklahoma City Thunder? Whether it's the commercial they got out or just how goofball looking they are. Look like a bunch of inbred ass dudes, but like y'all is the ugliest team I've ever seen. SGA look like a freaking cat in the hat looking ass dude, man. That dude's a weirdo. Jalen Williams is ugly as hell, man. Like the other Jalen Williams, like bro, dudes are, like y'all are just a Lou Dort. Their uniforms ugly. Chet Holmgren look like some kind of freak of nature. Like bro, y'all dudes is ugly as shit, bro.
Got Josh Giddey out there.
You know, Josh Giddey, freak ass. I ain't even mention him. You know what the Thunder look like, bro? The Thunder look like those like original cheap AI apps when you like asking to make like.
They're like the creative players on 2K.
Yeah, bro, they look
like you just created
stupid looking ass team, bro. Like, bro, get these dudes out of here. Then, like somebody said, like somebody hit the gritty. Yes, I said, bro, I'm not even gonna look this up. I didn't see the game. Like, I'm not even gonna look this up, man. Like, screw these dudes, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. But I guess to answer the question,
I wait till we bust their ass next year, bro.
But to answer the question, I'd separate it. After game 1, I did not watch the series. So all the post games, I guess I saw a little bit on Twitter, but most of the time I scroll past. I pay them no attention. They played against New Orleans. I pay attention to them when they play either Dallas or LA, the Clippers in this next round, and then we'll see what they really about, right? That commercial though. I'm sick. I'm sick of it. Please,
ass, bro, get them out of here.
Bring me back that Chris Paul, Trevor Reason woman that was singing "Tell Me Why" in the car,
bro, like
and James Harden. Please bring that back.
And then you talk about like people are saying, "Oh, they said this is the worst number 1 seed, bro. Y'all are the worst number 1 seed, bro. Y'all beat like a freaking bad 8 seed in New Orleans, bro, without their star player. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, bro, these dudes, bro, good. They're a good team. They're a very good team, bro. I'm just sick of looking at these dudes, bro. Y'all just aesthetically trash to me. Like, bro, Chet Holmgren make Wemby body like the horrible. You know what I mean? Like, bro, dude, you are trash. Then you got to mess around and grow a damn beard. Like, man, you ugly as hell, bro. Man, get these clouds out of here, bro.
Boy,
man, I cannot wait to get them dudes off my TV.
I'll say. Whoever they play between them two, they in for
they gonna bust their ass. Like if they play either Dallas or the Clippers, they gonna bust their ass.
Kyrie been playing,
and I hope it's the Clippers because the Clippers just gonna bully their ass, but Clippers just gonna old school their ass for real.
Yeah.
Oh, then you would get the Paul George, Russell Westbrook comeback games too. Oh yeah, they gonna bust their ass. The crowd gonna turn on these weirdos. Like they gonna be cheering for us. Like, get these weird ass dudes.
Oh boy.
Get these creative player glitch face ass dudes. And you remember the player scan when it was like everybody was glitching the real ugly dudes come up. Man, you 2K ugly face ass. Man, get these dudes off my TV, bro, for real. But yeah, man, let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. The main event, the series everybody's wanting to see is already set for round 2. Minnesota versus Denver. Everybody's talking about it. I think I'm on the right side of this with my take. I'm going against the grain on this. I'm seeing a lot of Denver in 6, Denver in 7 type stuff. Bro, I'm going Minnesota in this jump, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why, man. I think Anthony Edwards is gonna be a dog in this series. I believe that's a given. I believe Jay McDaniels is going to make things a lot more difficult for Michael Porter Jr. than what he's seen so far against the Lakers. And I just think the fact that the Lakers gave Denver a lot of problems in that last round, even though Denver seemed to be playing with their food a lot, but the Lakers gave them a lot of real problems last round. Yep. And then you got Defensive Player of the Year and Rudy Gobert, and you got Cat out there. You know what I mean? Yep. Like my boy Gordon gonna have to guard Cat, which I'm not saying is impossible. That's gonna be a tough guard. It's not like you guarding, I guess LeBron plays the 4 of all intents and purposes on that team. But it's just gonna be, I'm not just gonna say this is gonna be a Denver win, man. That Minnesota team is locked in. And I think it's gonna be a great series to watch, bro. Teams that are kind of opposite where the matchups are off. You know what I mean? Like you got a super good point guard in Jamal Murray, Mike Conley, end of his career. So that's kind of a mismatch. And you got Anthony Edwards versus KCP. That's going to be kind of a mismatch. You got a lot of mismatches across the board. So it's going to be a lot of interesting matchups to see how those things go, man. But like I said, I got Minnesota winning that series and going to the conference finals. 90% of the people seem like they're saying Denver's going to win. They're kind of making an afterthought. I don't agree. Where are you at on that series?
I have Denver winning, but it's not an afterthought. Like, all right, anybody who got Minnesota winning,
hey, I hear you.
I came close. I say that. What stopped me was ultimately, now also Denver is banked up. Like Jamal Murray had the calf injury. ACP has an ankle injury. And I remember I said last week, it was one point in Lakers series where I was like, it feels like they're missing Bruce Brown. That could come up in the Minnesota series because Jaden McDaniels could be the X factor because he played really well the first round. And when Anthony Edwards made the comments about they got Kevin Durant, well, we got Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels stepped up to the plate, right? So, it's gonna be a fun series. My main sticking points sticking with Denver is I just believe Jokic, Rudy Gobert, defensive player of the year, but Jokic is Jokic, right? And I think the home court advantage is so hard to win Denver in the altitude.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Minnesota could get one. If they can get one, they can't lose at home because I don't think they can get 2 in Denver. And that's why I think Denver could still win in Minnesota after getting 1 stolen at home. I don't believe Minnesota can win 2 in Denver.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's why I got Denver winning. Because I just feel like their home court advantage is going to ultimately push them over the top. But if Minnesota still won and win all home games and finish it in 5 and 6, there you go. They can get. They got it. That's what it's going to take, though. They're going to have to make sure they win all home games and still win. I don't think they can steal 2 in Denver.
Well, I'm gonna spin 2 Grizzly-related questions off of this particular series, which I think is the main event of round 2. A lot of people talk about G.G. Jackson, right? And G.G. Jackson is starting. And right now, everybody's looking at what Michael Porter Jr. is doing and say, hey, that could be G.G. You know, your big 6'8", 6'9", small forward, power forward, big wing type dude. And I'm like, all right, y'all, I see what y'all see offensively. But defensively, there's some things going on that people aren't really acknowledging. And it's kind of annoying, too, because there's certain people on Twitter that are really pushing this whole GG at the starting small forward. This ain't a shot at my guy, Chris, because I think even Chris understands his logic when we had this conversation. But it's not the same thing, bro. Like, for one thing, Michael Porter Jr. didn't start off starting in small forward for Denver, right?
Right.
They actually had him at the 4 because he couldn't guard the perimeter. They had him playing at power forward. Then they got Gordon in, and he couldn't guard the perimeter. He still can't guard the perimeter. They had him on defense now, and they're able to hide him on defense because they have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope
and Aaron Gordon, pretty much in
Aaron
between.
Gordon, right? Yep. So they can hide the shit out of Michael Porter Jr. On the Grizzly team, if GG's starting, I'm not saying GG's a bad defender like Michael Porter Jr., but I don't want to play Minnesota in the conference finals next year or Oklahoma City in the conference or in the playoffs or conference finals, whatever. And I've got GG guarding Anthony Edwards. Or I got GG guarding SGA. Like I'd rather we don't have the guy who covers him, not in the starting lineup. If there's a John Morant, Desmond Bane backcourt, that means GG's got to be that dude. He's got to guard whoever Dillon used to guard or Marcus Smart is supposed to guard, or Vince Williams would guard. He would have to guard the best player on the other side. And you damn near can't hide job anymore if that's what you're doing either. But I mean, I just think it's just such a weird debate, man. Because I'm like, whether Gigi starts or he doesn't start, he's gonna close a lot of games for one thing. He's gonna close most games more than likely. And the meat of the game, he's gonna be playing with Ja Morant, and he's gonna be able to. It's like people acting like his role is gonna change, like how they're gonna use him is gonna change, whether he starts or comes off the bench. It's like I'm like, and people gotta understand this too, man, about Gigi. You're gonna see stretches of games where Gigi Jackson doesn't look good at all next year, man. You know what I mean? He's still going to be a very young. Yep. He's still trying to find his way in the NBA. So what are your thoughts again? I know you're probably tired of this, talking about this as far as Gigi Jackson being a starter, but do you kind of agree with what I'm saying? That you got, and if you don't, I mean, say you don't, but like Denver has a KCP who makes, if KCP wasn't their starting shooting guard, they just had a guy that was just like, I'm trying to think of a dude that can score or whatever. If Kyrie Irving was the shooting guard in Denver, he wouldn't be starting either. I mean, and Michael Porter Jr. wouldn't be starting for them either. You know what I mean? So I think Grizz fans just get so excited about seeing him. Like, okay, so do you want to bring Desmond Bane out the bench and start Vince Williams? Because that way, GG it would make perfect sense for GG to start.
Which we seen that too.
Or do you want to have Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 5 and GG at the 4? That makes more sense than just starting GG at the 3. You know what I mean? So where are you at on that whole thing?
I'm trying to find the guy's Twitter name because I want to give him a shout out because he just like Chris, he's
my boy E. Mason. He's carrying the torch.
Yeah, there we go. I was like, I'm trying to tell him,
like, bro, stop adding me, man. I love you, bro. You've been my man for about 15 years on Twitter, bro. Stop adding me about this GG stuff, bro. Because he's creating like this woe is me, like, oh yeah, I just want to make GG a bucket getter. Like we're trying to make him what's the kid's name? Not Jordan Clarkson, the other little dude who plays for Utah. Used to play for the
what's my guy name? I know you're talking about Colin Sexton.
Yeah, like we try to make him college sections. Like, no, bro. Like, is that what we saying at all, bro? But no, go ahead. Shout out to my boy E. Mason. Go ahead.
Right, yeah. Shout out to him. And like I told him, I was like, if he starts, cool. That means he became the 3-and-D player that he said. Yeah. So exit interviews, he did say he wants to be a 3-and-D player. He wants to.
So does Zaire Williams.
Right. But it's the difference between him and Zaire.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Different difference. I believe in Gigi.
I believe Gigi actually might look like the guy who worked the hardest this summer, not the guy who's drinking water and dancing with Rob Fisher.
Like I saw him hold his own pretty much when he had to call SGA that game against OKC. So I'm seeing glimpses from him. So I'm like I said, I'm fine either way. If he starts, cool.
If Gigi comes back and they're like, man, this dude's freaking Kawhi Leonard, he's gonna be our 3-and-D dude. Hey, I'm not mad at that all of that happened.
Cool. Like it's fine. Like everybody, y'all can have them arguments. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Y'all got it. Yeah, I don't care who starts. I don't give a who starts. Like, you should just find your 3 to start. And also, information. We got another Shark. Information has changed. Information could change throughout the season. Gigi he can come out the bench to start the season. He can gradually develop. And by midway point through the season, you might say, okay, the team is a little off or something. Let's put Gigi in the starting lineup and see how it works. And he can kill it from their point forward. So it's like, everybody wants these definitive. Oh, he got to be in the season starter. And I'm like, he could.
They ain't serious. They unserious of Gigi. Like, come on, bro.
Like, bro, things can change throughout the season. Yeah. So come on. So yeah, either or. To me, I guess I want to say like I don't care in a sense because I'm like, if you do start, great. That's really great. If you don't,
something dope as hell happened over the offseason.
Yeah. And if you don't, cool. I mean, long as he's playing. If he's not playing, that's when we got a problem.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. I got one more question, but I'm gonna say this. We talk about the center position, right? Like how that whole thing is gonna work out, right? I got an interesting scenario that I think is how I think it really ties into how this whole Gigi Jackson thing is gonna work out too, right? I'm about 70% leaning towards we're gonna start the season with Jaren being the starting center with probably Brandon Clark, right? It's gonna be Jaren and BC starting the season. I think they're gonna get my guy, the kid from UConn. Klingon. I keep thinking Holmgren for some reason. All right, Klingon's going. I think they're gonna draft Klingon, right? They're gonna find a way to get Klingon on this team. We might have to get bumped into the top 4 to get him, the way this stuff is kind of leaning to. But I think they're gonna end up with Klingon, right? They're not gonna start Klingon at the beginning of the season. Like, I've been telling people for the longest, whoever's gonna be our starting center, It's going to be a guy playing between 20, 25 minutes per game. It's not going to be some high usage center. That eliminates a lot of dudes. But I think if you get a guy like Clingan, you're not going to start him from the beginning, right? So they're going to start off being Jaren and BC. I think by the time we come playoff basketball, our starting lineup is going to be Ja Bain, somebody at the wing, not Gigi. Gigi at the 4, and Jaren at the 5. I think there's going to be a lineup going into the playoff. I think they're going to realize that's good because that can work because if they're going to do this thing starting with Jaren, just kind of bend that into the breaks. And I actually think it might not break. I actually think that as the season goes on, first of all, I think Jaren has the possibility to come back being a much better rebounder this year. With that being hopefully an off-season focus of his to get his body together so he can rebound better. A lot of reasons why Jaren doesn't rebound. I don't think he trusts his body.
Yeah, because I've seen games where all right, I've seen people complain about him. He rebounded. He come out and get 10 in the first half.
Yeah.
So
right. I think it's going to end up working. I think Jaren at the 5 is going to end up working, and I think but by the season's end they'll find out that GG can start next to Jaren. They'll see some lineups. They'll see some numbers that show Jaren and GG numbers look really good, and I think we'll go into the playoffs with Jaren, GG, somebody at the wing, Desmond Bain, and John Morant. It's just something I'm throwing out to the people because if when Zach Kleiman first got here, right, his original plan was Jaren at the 5 is Kyle at the 3, Jaren at the 4, JV at the 5.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
I think his long-term goal
was Jaren to go to the 5.
Jaren to the 5, Kyle Anderson at the 4. And if you thought Kyle Anderson at the 4 was going to work, surely you think GG Jackson at the 4.
Yep.
Can work. You know what I mean? So I'm just that's kind of where I'm at. It changes every day, bro. But today, that's why I got it. Final question
point,
for you. Yeah, I think
to go to that point, I was thinking about that. I think like last week or so when GG started at 3, I was like, how about we have a discussion about him starting at the 4? Like
at the 4.
Jaren at the 5, right?
They're going to start out the season with Jaren at the 5. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, why don't we have that discussion? Because like you said, when you get a center, you're not going to start Ricky center. More likely, Ricky, you just need a big man, period. We need another 7-footer that can actually be a big man and get rebounds. Not a Santi Aldama type, like a Clingan type, and just come off the bench, right? Jaren can start at the 5 as long as you have your big man option. That way, when you play against a Jokic, when you play against the Embiid, you have that option to match up in those type of games. That's why you can get him. Because even a veteran, if we would get Andre Drummond ain't start. Like, so to the point, like I think Jaren will probably start unless you were to get like a heart. If you happen to get a Hartenstein or somebody like that, that's the only way. Like, but outside of that, Jaren's probably starting to your point. And GG playing the 4 could potentially happen. And
I ruled off Hartenstein on my Twitter saying that ain't happening.
I remember that.
I have a new scenario how Isaiah Hartenstein could get here, but I'm not gonna talk about it today. We're gonna talk about it off the air. But I got new reason to believe there may be hope. I talked to somebody who's an insider, right? And he gave me some reasons to give more hope to the Isaiah Hartenstein situation, but I ain't talking about it today. Maybe later on, right? Maybe later on. We just gonna see how these playoffs play out, right? We're gonna check it out.
Right.
We're gonna see how that whole thing works out. But the coup de grace question I have for you regarding the NBA playoffs. Of course, this is Parish Sharkey. Grizzlies beat writer for Bluff City Media joins us each and every Wednesday here on the Anthony Sain Show. Everyone's talked about Anthony Edwards, right? We crown him. People are crowning him as the face of the league, right? There was discussion all over everywhere. Poor John Morant just out there just trying to do his AAU thing, right? His man just
that's what I said. I'm like, dog.
Yeah, just catching strays for no reason. Minnesota feels a way about us beating them in the playoffs a couple years ago, and John them hitting the gritty on their logo. That matters something to them. Like just like we would feel a way if somebody danced on the Grizzlies, the bear in the center, we would have felt the same way. But they clearly feel a way about John Morant, and they will always compare Anthony Edwards to John Morant. How silly is it a conversation for people who have this out of sight, out of mind thing with John Morant? Like he's not going to come back next year and tear the league to pieces.
It's very silly. I think I'm, like I said, I mean, when that stuff came out, people agree. One, Grizz Twitter, they're bored. But also, I've seen NBA Twitter in general bring up John Morant. Because I asked the question, I think you had reposted the tweet. I said, like, bro, I've never seen an SGA versus Anthony Edwards discussion. Yeah, this whole season they've been the two up and comers. But every time it's SGA versus Ja, and Edwards versus Ja. I'm like, why is Ja? One, that lets you know how great Ja is for them to keep including Ja right in these discussions, right? That matters, right? That lets you know something. So don't worry, like we all know, He coming back.
Yeah.
He in the chamber. He ready.
Yeah,
can't wait.
It's happening. It's happening for sure. Y'all get ready for it, man. Y'all sleeping on Twitter. Wake y'all monk ass up, man, because he coming. He coming very soon. But I tell you what, man, I was going to talk some NFL draft with you with this. Clearly, I don't give a damn. We about to take a break.
It's a draft. Cool.
We're going to take a break, man. When we come back, it's going to be more of me and my man, Parish Sharkey. We're going to do this thing we call the three-pointer when we get back. See you guys in a minute.
Who would you bet is the center, the true center, quote unquote, for this team next year? Because that's really the only spot that I see that we could fill.
Yeah, well, I think need to fill.
Needs. It's a need.
I would think your starting center's not on the roster at this point. And there are guys available, and I mean the same usual suspects keep coming up. It'll be interesting to see which route they go with the center position. Are you looking for a Steven Adams type, or are you looking for a guy that can maybe step outside a little bit more? Or, but if you're doing that, you already have Jaron. So what's the point? Trying to get the same type of player. So
tune in to The Daily Grind with Mark King and Lute Hatmaker at 1 p.m. every Monday through Friday, live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
The UFC pre-fight show, the pre-weigh-in show, we're ranking all the Centennial cards and the matches that were in those Centennial cards. 3 out of the 4 of them had Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway as the number 1 fight in all the 100, 200, 300 cards before it happened.
Yeah.
Because everybody knew. Everybody knew this fight has no choice but to be total badass.
What I can never get enough of Max Holloway with. He probably had won that fight as they got into the 5th round. And he started, he probably had at least a split decision. Probably. Just based on strikes and volume and how he was going about his work. But when Justin said at the end of the fight, hey, let's get in the middle. I'm going to try to knock your ass out. Max said, okay, I'll try to knock your ass out too. And he got the better of him.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Edge and the Sain show. Got my guys with me, man. Got Parish Sharkey, got Kenny Stubblefield, man. We in the building, man. Time for
before we get to the next segment.
Okay.
Did you hear the announcement today?
No, what's it?
Yeah, man. Chet Holmgren's in a movie now.
What movie is that, kid? The Ugly
He's the lead role, man. Slender Man.
Oh,
Slender Man.
Nah, that was remember Wimby did that too.
Wimby did it for Halloween.
Yeah, you just gave me another nightmare image of the ugliest dude in the league.
Ugliest dude. That commercial is the worst NBA commercial ever.
But that's just so corny, man. Like, how is your star players wearing freaking Converse? Get your clown. Man, get your Leon looking. Leon from 5 Heartbeats, man. Get your ass. Get your goofball ass, bro. Dude's like clowns, bro.
Oh man,
bro, SGA make Halliburton look like he got swag, bro. He's just a loser looking ass.
You do though.
Cornball ass team, bro. Good God. I did. Lou Dort's goofball, man. Who's trash.
Honestly,
I can't deal with them, bro.
This Minnesota-Denver series, I'm excited about. I want Oklahoma City to lose quickly. I don't want them to play. I want them to get beat badly.
I want them up out of here, bro. Because I think those next 2 series can be dope as hell. Next 2 rounds can be dope. Then Minnesota, Denver, and then they either Clippers, Dallas versus that winner. I don't want to see Oklahoma City. Get y'all weird ass out of here, bro. Get y'all 2K glitch looking ass out of here, bro. For real. But yeah, man, the 3-pointer. We're talking about 3 things going on in the world of sports, man. Speaking of ugly ass dudes, man, Paul Finebaum was in Memphis.
Graduated from White Station, didn't he?
I didn't know he was from Memphis until today, man.
Yep.
I thought he was an Alabama dude. The way he talks about University of Alabama, I thought he was from there. I ain't know that man was from no damn Memphis, man.
Yeah.
I know. He's from White Station, bro.
Yep.
Damn. Who didn't go to White Station? Freak ass.
Exactly.
What's his name went there too, man? What's my guy from Nickelodeon? Shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Nickelodeon.
Freaky dude, man. The dude.
Oh, from the documentary. From the documentary?
Yeah, dude.
John
Martin or somebody.
Well, you said Nickelodeon. I knew that. Not me out.
John Martin, another White Station alum. Jason Smith, another White Station alum. Joe Jackson, another White Station alum.
Let's go.
JP Prince.
JP Prince. D. Wilkes in the building.
What's the white dude? What's the white dude that was our age, Anthony? The one that played for Tennessee.
Dane Bradshaw.
Dane Bradshaw.
There you go. But yeah, man. Paul Finebaum was here in Memphis for some rich white people shit last night. Tiger football touchdown club boosters. You boosting football, man. You got bread for real, bro. You got 55 dudes. You got to get money. You got to bring bread with a lot of kids, man. Yeah. So the Paul Finebaum was in there, jerking them off for a good minute at the Tiger football touchdown club meeting. And basically said some good stuff, man. And he said some stuff that I think is real. I'm buying everything he was selling last night.
You are? You're buying it?
Yeah. He's saying that the ACC and the Big 12 made a mistake in their last round of expansion with the little booty ass teams they brought in, and that Memphis should have been on one of those conferences lists. And he said seeing the things that they're doing with FedEx speaks to that, and I agree with that, man. Like, the thing that you like, a team like Houston. Shout out to Houston basketball. But getting Houston in your conference doesn't get you the city of Houston. Right. Getting SMU doesn't get you wherever the hell they're from.
Dallas. But they don't care about that.
You wouldn't think they in Dallas.
They don't care about that.
But they should care about that though, bro.
They care about the potential. They care about the potential audience.
Right. Never will Houston football get you the city of Houston, the state of Texas, none of it. Never. It ain't happening, bro. Like, dude, no matter, you're not Texas, Texas is gonna run that state forever.
Right.
Texas
A&M.
Yeah. Like, man, it's just not happening. You know what I mean? So I think that in whatever happens next time, I don't think Memphis is gonna be in this fake ass conference too much longer. I think this FedEx thing is always gonna make it undeniable to get them in. But it always gonna go ahead, bro.
Can I push back on that for a second?
All right, come on.
I think Paul Finebaum's wrong on this because I don't think if Memphis had gotten in to the Big 12 or to the ACC in this last round,
none of this would have happened.
None of this would have happened.
Would have been Ryan Ghetto.
Because it
put some tape on that shit, man. We don't need no new bathrooms, man. Put some Drano down there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't need, like, this was a wake-up call for Memphis administration, for boosters, for the fan base. Get your shit together, right?
Yeah.
Like
and
take
they did
this seriously, and they did. Like, so I hear what he's saying, and I honestly think a lot of it was kind of playing to the crowd a little bit.
Oh, it was.
But I don't think the Big 12 and the ACC, they came in and they said, "Listen, bro, you guys are cool and all, but
man, shit, ghetto was here.
But it's ghetto." Like,
also to push back on that point, Kenny, I think that is kind of the point he's making in the what if situation. They didn't get into the Big 12 on the first go round. So I think the point is they had to get fit. The whole FedEx deal was get y'all.
They had to get it.
Y'all actually have a shot. Yeah. So I think it goes both ways. I just
wonder if they had gotten in, Parish, would they have engaged with Fred Smith the way that they did? Because Fred was out. Yeah. Like, he was not doing anything with Memphis. Like, he was still doing, a little bit of like whatever. But he sold off naming rights to the Washington Commanders Stadium to do this deal with Memphis. Like, they did all these different kind of things to do this deal because they knew, like, this is kind of the coup de grace, right? Of like Fred Smith's involvement in college and pro sports is, man, if we can effing get Memphis into a Power 5 conference or a Power 4 conference, like, this is like the power that he has. And I just don't think I agree with you, like, but I just don't know if it would have happened if they had gotten in 2 years ago.
Yeah. I get that part for sure. I definitely get what you're saying on that. Number 2, man. Y'all want the funny stuff or y'all want the Tiger stuff? Let's say the funny stuff for last.
Let's do the funny stuff last. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do funny stuff last. Yeah.
Tiger basketball, man. Before we get into that, I will say this. I like what Paul Finebaum said, but I think a key element to that, like I said, I think Memphis is going to get into this next thing, right? But we've got to be good in Tiger football, man. It can't be any excuses. They have to look like a team that's dominating their conference for any of that stuff to matter, man. So I think it's all on Coach Ryan Silverfield for sure. Number 2, Tiger basketball, man. Let's talk about it. Number 1, first of all, shout out to my man Doc Holliday. Broke news.
Big time.
Breaking news.
Broke news today. Ray Turner headed to the University of Memphis, bench as an assistant
coach.
But you ain't see Doc Holliday bitching about didn't nobody give him credit for this because he ain't got to, man. He a pro. He got
Nope.
to.
That's freaking Doc Holliday,
the
man.
people who fool with Doc know how he get down. He get love for him. He don't care about other people coming out and talking about it, confirming source. You ain't got to confirm shit. Doc said this shit, man. But he ain't tripping about that. You hear Doc say nothing about all that, man. That's my free. That's my free. The more you know. That's my public service announcement, man. Yeah,
Doc Super had Penny on his podcast.
You got to worry about nobody giving you credit, man. Just get your shit off, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Doc for sure. But yeah, Andre Turner, Tiger basketball legend. I know I
freaking love this move, man. I love it.
A lot of people probably laugh at me because I am the old man in the room when it comes down to talking about stuff. And Elliot Perry was my Michael Jordan, and you got people in Memphis. All I know Elliot Perry from is the Grizzlies broadcast.
Oh man,
I'll be honest.
That was my Michael Jordan, right?
But
Andre
I would
Turner
say
go ahead.
I would say this. I'm one of them people technically, but my dad, when I was young, my dad put me on game about Elliot Perry, Andre Turner.
Let's not compare me to your dad.
No, I'm not comparing.
What up, Pops? What up, Pops?
I was just saying he put me on game.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, I'm just
Parrish a married man.
Parrish is just flexing out. He's telling me a lot younger than
my dad tells me about him.
Hey, we on this what? We on the what? 9 years apart.
Before they had the 3-point line. But yeah, man,
still using peach baskets back then.
Right, exactly. But yeah, Elliot Perry is my GOAT, like I said. But before him in Tiger basketball, there was a guy named Andre Turner. They called him the Little General. I was not around for this. Doc Holliday remembers him. Doc's a little older than me, but like I said, Andre Turner was that dude. And I remember my dad telling me, just on the strength of my dad telling me he was that dude. Andre Turner was that dude to me too. And I remember Kenny going to, I think it was the CBA? It wasn't the ABA. But there was a league in Memphis where you had to be, Memphis had a team in this league. And I want to say, Parish, you probably have no knowledge of this. What I'm about to tell you about, Kenny probably remembers.
He went to the CBA.
No. There was a league in Memphis that was only here for a few years. The requirement of the league, this league was dope, Parish. And the reason why it was dope, they played in the Mid-South Coliseum. The tallest you could be in this league was 6'6". Dang. There were no bigs. You could not be any taller than 6'6" and play in this league. And it was the Memphis Rockers, I believe. And Andre Turner was on that team.
Was it the USBL?
Might have been USBL. But and Andre Turner and John Starks played on that team. And John Starks went from that team to the Knicks. Yep.
Wow. That's what's up.
Yep. Back in the day, man.
There was a
back in my day type shit in the Mid-South Coliseum.
The Memphis Fire? Is it the Memphis Fire?
No, it wasn't the Fire. I want to say it was the Memphis Rockers, maybe. It might have been the Memphis Fire, though.
The Rockers sound familiar.
But my dad would take me to those games at the Mid-South Coliseum to see Andre Turner. I didn't see him with the Tigers. It was a little bit before my day. But those tickets probably were $2 a piece back then. Oh, yeah. that probably was a big deal. $2, god damn. Like my dad probably was pissed off. We had to pay $2, right? But yeah, man. Andre Turner, assistant coach for Penny. That's a pretty big deal for me. He's a guy that comes in with NBA coaching experience, knows the city, knows the players. I don't know what he's known for. Probably a big defensive minded guy, just being honest with you. I don't know, but I'm just kind of assuming he probably is.
Andre Turner was one of the guys that he's kind of that tipping point of like a guy who never made it in the NBA, but made a shit ton of money overseas. Like
he played overseas for a long ass time.
I mean, was like one of the best one of the best American point guards in foreign leagues for years.
He played a little bit in the league because I remember playing with him on Bulls versus Lakers on the Sega Genesis.
So he got selected in the 3rd round by the Lakers.
3rd round. Before 3 rounds back there.
Parents like
right.
Y'all sound old as shit.
Now you Googled it, Jay.
3 rounds in the NBA. Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He Yeah.
Anyway. I made my prediction. I think that's coming back. I think the third round is coming back. I've said that before. I think the third round.
Yeah, especially with that the third two-way contract. That makes sense.
I think it's coming. But in other news, I hate college basketball recruiting. It's so freaking goofy. And I just see it just pisses me off, bro. Because I'm like, bro, what does all this mean? Like Musa Cisse is 30 years old. Like, how do you even still have eligibility at all? And then it's like somebody said, well, the only schools he can go to are Memphis and Oklahoma State. I'm like, why? Like, what does that even? Like, what do you mean he can only go to Memphis, Oklahoma State? Like, break that down to me. The whole Musa Cisse situation.
I honestly know that our friends over at Tiger Blueprint wrote a story about why it's between Oklahoma State and Memphis, because there's a certain something like 80% of something. There's a grades or something like that. I don't know exactly the reason why. I haven't read the story, but you're factually correct. He could only go to Oklahoma State or Memphis.
Something about academic eligibility.
It's like, and I'll recommend that article to you. I don't know exactly why, but
and then it says that like he committed to Oklahoma State, but he's like, no, I'm not done yet. Like, I'm gonna go visit Memphis. Like, bro, you ain't even that good, bro. Like, whatever, man. Like, I would love to see Musa back, but that whole thing is confusing. But this Bamba kid, who's supposed to be having a visit here, signs are kind of pointing towards Memphis on that. What you got on that, Ken?
He's a 3-and-D guy, man. He's a perfect. I think he's a Paul George comp. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, man. I'm
about to hit leave studio.
No, man. All signs are pointing to it's a good look for the Tigers, man. Like it was.
Paul George. I think he's a young Chris Middleton comp.
Boy.
Nah, I'm joking.
I've been wondering why these NBA comps are still in college basketball. That's what I've been trying to figure out.
If you got an NBA,
why ain't you that dude in the NBA?
If you got an NBA comp, why are you still in the college?
Y'all got me real good. Now I refuse to let y'all get me with that kid.
No, it ain't happening, man. You know I had to sneak one in.
The Pierre kid, like, oh man, he's 6'8", 6'9" shooter. That dude's supposed to be in the league, bro.
He just transferred to
Belmont, bro. Belmont. I think we're gonna have another story. I think the funny one, the third 3-pointer is gonna be about that same kind of thing. But
it's coming.
Yeah, like this TJ Bamba kid, I'll be frank with you. I think he's the perfect fit for what Penny needs on this team. I like he's a 3-and-D guy, shoots really well. Stand still shooting threes, gets to the basket well. Tough, gritty defender. And I think it was kind of coming down between Memphis and Kentucky, and it just got announced today that on the day that we're recording on Tuesday that his Kentucky visit was canceled. So I think
has he been here yet?
He has been here. He was here this weekend.
What? Oh, go.
Ate a steak dinner. They took him to a steak dinner at Ruth's Chris. What are your thoughts on taking to Ruth? I mean, Ruth's Chris is good, but it's a chain.
Like,
they could have went somewhere.
Speaking of that, man, what's y'all steak place? Where y'all go to get steak?
Butcher Shop.
Yeah, I say Butcher Shop is dope.
Because I like to make Stony River's good. Folks Folly's decent. Folks Folly's
I'm about to get these folks a free endorsement, man. Next time y'all got to pay for this joint. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what my steak place is?
What's that?
The front porch. No, is it side porch? No, side porch.
Side porch, yeah.
Yeah, that shit good.
I've never been there before.
In Bartlett. Yeah. Okay, that shit fine. They got damn bread, they got damn croutons, and the salad. Shit.
You got that one freebie side porch. Come talk to us.
Shit. Yeah, that's the last one you get, goddamn. You want another? Hey.
I'll eat a damn steak on air, bro.
Yeah. Steak on air. Every week I eat one of them up. Yeah. Number 3, man. This one right here had me tripping, bro. Hold on, let me read this joint. Some dude that this is the thing, bro. And I hate to bring race into shit, right? But Kenny, mine actually don't. But my entire life, bro, I've been watching like coaches go to a school or recruiting a kid, and they end up changing their mind on the kid, or they come to a school and all the guys that are there to get rid of them. Calipari did it. I watched all these white men do this my entire life, but like this is not a new thing. Like
all the time,
been happening all the time. Coaches come to the school and they get bums up out of there. They make room for their kids, right? And this hit piece ass story comes out about Coach Prime, which is just flat foot bullshit.
It really is, dude. This article
is bullshit, bro.
It pissed me off.
Yeah. I read the article. I'm good on it.
It pissed me off.
Here's the headline. Here's the tweet. Deion Sanders recommended Xavier Smith hit the transfer portal like many others. He didn't. So he stayed in Colorado, right? He wanted to show and prove. During spring practice, Smith felt more like an extra in the background of the reality show.
Because you suck, bro.
Why you gotta call it a reality show, bro? He was coaching the football team. It wasn't a reality show, man. Is he a superstar coach? Yes, but don't do all that. He didn't. During spring practice, Smith felt more like an extra in the background of the reality show. Frustration set in before he eventually left for Austin P. Is where this kid ended up.
Austin P.
It's the Belmont of
shout out to him for making it to the
shout out to Adrian Henning. Shout out to my boy Adrian Henning.
He ain't transferred to Texas. He went to Austin P.
He ain't transferred to Colorado State.
Even Colorado State would have been
went to Austin P.
Yeah, I'd have been cool. I'd been like, hey, Colorado State.
Man, get your bum ass out of here, bro.
You'd have played against Colorado.
And they lost.
Somebody's team was bummy as hell before Coach Prime came. All right. It's a quote from the kid, right? I was actually getting mad, like tears coming to my eyes, because, bro, you never even tried to get to know me, bro. You gotta get the hell out of here, bro.
You got 90 players, bro.
There's like 185 players on that school.
Yeah.
Face, bro.
Xavier Smith recalls Deion Sanders telling him he should enter the spring transfer portal. He was destroying guys' confidence and belief in themselves. The way he did it, it could have been done with a little more compassion. Xavier Smith, former Buffalo. And this tweet was quoted by Shedeur Sanders, who, of course, is superstar quarterback and son of Deion Sanders, saying, and I love black young kids, the way they type stuff, right?
How you say
you can't say it by itself. You got to have it with the next word.
Oh, you gotta combine
it. Conjunction to another word.
Yeah.
Right. So it's on even is what he says. I don't even remember him, to be honest, or TBH. Bro had to be mid at best.
Love it. Love it.
Basically, dude, get off my dad, man, because you a bum. Like, dude,
well
I
done,
remember
Shedeur.
You being on my team last year.
Well done, Shedeur. Well done. I mean, that's low. That is like, that's next level stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Right.
I said, dude, I don't even remember you being up. What do you know who that is?
Bro, I don't even know who you are, man. My dad doesn't know you, and I don't know you, bro.
Oh man, that got me, bro. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing to say about it. That's it, bro.
Hey, he trying to get his Kendrick Lamar on, ain't he?
Yeah, man. We about to go to the break, but when we come back, we're gonna talk about just that, man. But boy, Kendrick Lamar woke up from his nap, man, and got on Drake ass. We're gonna talk about that and more for Inside the Same Brain, sponsored by our good friends at Create A Cig. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Gabe and I talked about that on the bluff. We talked about the Maui Invitational roster, and I legitimately thought that it was a troll when I saw that online a few weeks ago. I was like, "There's no way that's real. We're getting trolled right now."
What the teams?
The teams that are there.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal. But I think do you think that has to do with NIL opportunities, like as a whole?
What do you mean?
Oh, if you are a foreign player, like there's a ruling that you can't.
Maui is in the United States.
Hawaii is the U.S.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's the U.S.
Where did we go last time?
Oh, Dominican.
That's
and
where
then
we
went to the Bahamas.
That's what Bahamas is what I was thinking of.
Dominican was the Bahamas is U.S.
No, I don't think so.
Bahamas is not U.S. God.
What? All right, Kenny, say something after you drink this astronaut.
Yeah.
We're up there in space, brother.
What is happening?
It's been a long day.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. At Create A Cig, our top priority is to provide the best customer service experiences possible while offering the largest variety of vape supplies, legal THC products, and smoking accessories. Our trained sales associates are here to assist any and all customers to help them find the best products available. With our daily deals, weekend deals, loyalty rewards program, and our punch card program, there are tons of rewards to earn to help our customers save plenty of money along the way. Check out one of Create A Cig's 4 locations across the greater Memphis area and come visit us.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Final segment of the show. We call this Inside the Same Brain. We were talking about shit that's on a brother mind, man. Sponsored, of course, by our good friends at Create A Cig. Kenny, I see you over there doing your thing. Kenny, often I've been coming to the studio. I've been forgetting my shit, man. But I'm at the house, man. I got my medicine bag with me today,
Let's
man.
go,
I got my
man.
medicine bag with me today. Look at Paris like these. Look at this scoundrel.
Hey, we missed Parish at the meet and greet, man.
At the meet and greet, man. I needed you, man. I was high as shit. Hey. I don't remember nothing about it.
Let me give you a picture of what Sain looked like while he was there. Are you ready?
Yep.
Go ahead.
It was like
this
the whole time.
The whole time. I was gone, bro.
Hey, Sain, what's going on, man? What?
I had one of these. Bad boys in my system, man. The Pastel Cartel Great Pop Gummies, the Delta 8 joint.
600 milligrams.
Hey, I put Kitty on these. Kitty pop on these a few times since then. My boy been, man, moon bouncing, man, for sure. I had one of those in me, and I
call Sain and just go, hey, what up, my guy?
I'm in a good place. I was in there the other day, actually, man, to get some raw cones. Shout out to me. Like I said, man, I'm still a baby when it comes down to. I've been smoking like a bitch for like the last few years. Basically smoking other people weed, vaping, and edibles, right? My guy Chris up there showed me how to use a grinder, put me on to the raw cones, and you know, they sell flour up there, but you can use those products for other flours as well. But they do have Delta 8 flour there. I have not used any from there, but I will be picking up some very soon from my good friends at Create A Cig, man. Like I said, when you walk in the door, rather Chris, it's just one thing when Chris, the manager, who's the guy we've had our relationship with, is there, who's always super cool. But no matter who's there, they show you love. Yeah. They show it's not just it's everybody. They're the Chick-fil-A of smoke shops, man, for sure.
Yeah. My pleasure.
Super cool crew over there, man. So go check them out for all your smoking needs, man. Whether you're a Delta 8 user or one of my niggas out there, man, one of my real niggas in the building who are using the nicotine products. that was right on the edge.
That was close, man. That was my stomach kind of got in some knots on that one, man. My stomach.
It was like, damn. I thought I had a show that I wasn't gonna have to edit, but
it came close.
To all my real nicotine users, my Knickers out there, man, my New York Knicks fans, my Knickerbockers out there, go check them out, man. Create A Cig.
Hey, Nick fan, stay in your lane though, bro. Like stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane.
Y'all doing too much out here, man. But yeah, go check that out at Create A Cig, man. It's good stuff. And speaking of Knickers, Kendrick Lamar told Drake.
Good transition.
Wow.
Transition king.
Wow. That was.
Lamar told Drake. It's kind of cringe to hear you use the N-word.
I can't. I'm gonna mute myself on this one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna slip up. I'm gonna slip up.
Slide out, kid. Me and Paris got this one, bro.
Y'all take this one. I'm gonna step out for a second.
Oh man. All right, bro. Kendrick Lamar. I'm loving this, man. This is almost turned into a hip hop show because every time any uttering word comes out from Drake or Kendrick Lamar, we are talking about it, breaking it down here on the show. I was not expecting this Kendrick Lamar diss today. Whew. I've got the Reddit app on my phone, Kenny, which I told you the premier reasons why I use the Reddit app, right? But sometimes Reddit would like tell me things they think I might be interested in, or give me updates from groups or subreddits that they think I might be interested in. And the Kendrick Lamar subreddit has been blowing up my phone lately for the last probably month or so, right? I have no interest in that. I think anybody who's taking a hard one-sided take on this rap battle is a goof. Like there's no way that
They are.
I'm a fan of rap. I'm a big fan of Kendrick Lamar, big fan of J. Cole, big fan of Drake. I like Drake more than all of them, but like I'm enjoying seeing Kendrick Lamar bust his ass. Like I'm enjoying these dudes. I'm enjoying like old built up hostility. Like, dude, I ain't like you for a long time, bro. I hate the way you dress.
I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet from 2012 where Kendrick was like, "Hey, Pusha, I agree with everything you just said." Like, this has been built up for 9 years, 11 or 12 years
for a long time.
Kendrick Lamar never tweets.
Really
he tweeted today.
Yeah, to see these dudes getting their shit off, man. I'm not gonna. This shit is hilarious, bro.
Hey, Kendrick got off though, didn't he, man?
Kendrick Lamar, the man of many voices, man. I went into the Canadian accent, man. I was like, oh my God. I was thinking about what does Kelsey Wright Johnson think about this right now? Like she's the only Canadian I can think of in Memphis is off the top of my head. I was like, what does she think about this right now? So yeah, man. Super funny shit, man. The rap, like as far as like being on the like straight up lyrics, rap stuff, Kendrick Lamar was going the F off on Drake, bro. Like that dude was attacking everything, the pedophilia claims, just the overall weirdness, like you don't fit in, you know, the did I say pedophilia stuff? Did I say messing with the young girls? Did I say it? Everything, bro. Being lame,
the cosmetic surgery,
and cosmetic tabs. He said the 20 versus 1, the 1 versus 20.
It's me versus you and your ghostwriters and AI. Bro, hey, that part he said, hey, when he said I'm battling against ghosts and I'm battling against AI, like the kid from the movie. Oh my God, bro!
I said, dog.
I was like, dog, you lost your mind. And then he did the like Drake was like talking about the double entendres, and he said, "You making music to what did he say? I make music to inspire them, and you making music to pacify them." He said, "I got a double entendre for that. But I'm gonna leave that alone." I was like, "Pacify like little kids, babies." I was like, "Oh shit, bro, good God."
And it jumped 6 minutes long,
super long. Then he told Drake, "You keep making jokes about my family, bro. I'm gonna come get your ass. You keep talking about my wife and shit, bro. You keep saying a little slick shit about my wife. I'm gonna get your ass, bro. For real."
He said, "You got some lies." He said, "You telling lies on my name. I got some truths about you, bro."
Right. Then he said, the line that killed me though, man. The part about like, you know, won't you talk about, you know, being a good. I got a son to raise. Like you don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. You absentee ass dude.
Deep in this
you IG picture posting ass daddy, bro. Like this, like, hey, that shit was, hey. He questioned the man character's integrity. He said these garbage ass women you be fooling with, man. He was like,
you know what's so funny about today? I was about to I left with the drafts. I deleted the tweet because it had been a sec. I think Drake did his last thing last Saturday. I was like, man, yesterday I was like, dang, we're up to the beef. Like I was about to tweet that out. I was like,
man, that's so much politics to this.
I was like, watch when I tweet this out and something dropped. Yeah, I didn't tweet it out and he dropped today. I was like, damn.
That stuff Drake was saying was real, bro. Like Taylor Swift and Drake kind of run the music industry. Like they control when people drop. Taylor Swift, Kendrick Lamar knew he couldn't drop that song while Taylor Swift's album was still hot. Like, and Drake knew that too, which is why he dropped his off the grid. And which this stuff is crazy. Like this is like
strategic.
Beef ain't like it used to be, man. This is like rich, multi-billionaire level beef, bro. Of old dudes. So it's like it's so much other politics and other stuff had to do with it, man. But like I said, great song.
So what's next with it? Like what happens next? Is it done?
I ain't gonna lie, man. They got to keep it going.
No, he ain't done. Them folks, Drake and they don't like each other. They take
those dudes for real got beef with each other. That man said Drake out here dressing like Daft Punk, bro.
Because Drake and his did said, "I'm heating up." He was like, "Hey, this been brewing for a while. Now I'm heating up." I was like, "Oh yeah, they going. It's on now."
They've been throwing a little subtle. Go ahead.
J. Cole's officially clear. He's officially clear. He's out.
So J. Cole's out. Where's Rick lying all this?
Bro, this is Drake versus. Hey, Rick Ross out here on the sideline. Rick Ross out here cheering on. He was out here cheering on Kendrick Lamar. Man, get y'all aside. This is Drake versus K-Dot. Future, get your ass out of this.
Everybody out.
Metro Boomin, get your chili ass out of here. And this shit is Drake versus Kendrick for the summer 2024. I'm so down for this shit, bro. Hey, but
it should be two people.
As it should be, bro. These dudes been playing with each other. Dropping a little salt on each other for a decade, bro. Like I said, Kendrick came out, hit came with the little jab, gut punch type situation. Drake came back and said, "All right, man, I'm throwing my little jab too." Hey, these boys throwing blows, right? Everything from now on out for to be some dirty, full-blown blows, bro. Cause like these dudes coming at it, man. Like that shit. Kendrick Lamar has always been a low-key comical dude with some of the stuff he's been saying, especially this last little run he's been on, the stuff he's been doing with Baby Keem and shit. But like the stuff he was saying, that shit was comical, bro. That man did the Canadian accent, bro. Like, come on. I had to look up Crody because I didn't know what a Crody was. I still had to go look that up. You know what I mean? So yeah, this shit fire though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I've been enjoying it while partaking in some good products, man, from my good people at Create A Cig, man. Like I said, 4 area locations. Go check it out. While you listen to the rap beef, man, cut it on, man. You hear parts, double, triple entendres you ain't know was in there, man. While you listen to these guys go at it, these rich ass old dudes go at it. You get to hear all those things as Kendrick Lamar battles Drake and all 20 of his ghostwriters.
Hey, and you know what? You know what helps you with all that? Check out the Sain Asylum pack.
Get you a Sain Asylum pack, man. Like I said, whether you're a Delta 8 user, it comes with a pre-roll, a vape, edibles, all that come in the pack. On the nicotine side, it comes with I don't know what this stuff is. Can you have
wave bar, disposables,
all
the
that.
nano kit, the Ursa
the
kit,
salt
the
juice,
salt Nick juice. Whoa.
the Nick. Hey, watch yourself, bro.
Hey, man.
hey, bro. If Drake can't say it, you know your ass can't say it. Kid.
Did it feel weird when I said
it? hey, but that man said Drake, you can't. I only like when you say the N word. But biracial people are highly offended out here, man. Oh man, I think that whole logic is pretty goofy too, bro. I'm saying that is because it's black people, bro. Like, it ain't many of us is like straight pure black African black, bro. All of us got, all of us are at least a couple generations away from somebody white being in our family, bro. So, but yeah, that shit funny though, bro. That shit funny because Drake came up lame as hell, bro. Boy. So. Oh man, Kendrick Lamar went off on my boy Drake. It's gonna be a fun summer. These dudes gonna be signing older, richer, and pettier as time goes on, man. Because I can't wait
for the next Drake.
It ain't like it's two dudes from the gutter who trying to,
no, it ain't.
These are two super established megastars going at it, bro. So after a while, they're gonna start talking about stuff with that don't even relate to poor people like me and yourself. Yeah, they gonna question the man. Why are you such a undisciplined man? Why are you sleeping with all these horrible women?
I do feel like they're gonna lose us at some point. It's gonna be like, all right.
Like I don't care about this. What y'all know? Why are you sleeping with these harlots? I'm a married man who raises his son.
Yeah, it's gonna be like,
I'm a father, Drake. Why don't you just grow up and be a father? But see, Drake, why don't you grow up and be a father? Because, bro, I would say this, man, as we wrap this thing up, man. Like, there's clearly, this is something I might need to say for the Sain Asylum podcast too, but there's clearly something unstable with Drake, bro. Like, Drake's lifestyle ain't cute, bro. Like, stuff he's doing, Drake is probably gonna have a very drastic fall off. Like, there's probably something very bad that's gonna happen with him.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Bro, these young girl allegations with him are like real, bro. Like, it seems like the older he's getting, the younger the girls he's dating now. This girl that Job was messing with, the girl's like 19, 20 years old. Like Lotto's sister, that girl's like 20, 21 at the max. Yeah. That girl's a freaking kid, bro. Like, what are you doing? And there were people saying that like Drake and the girl from freaking Stranger Things were like a little bit too cool. They had a platonic relationship, but they was like, okay, bro, y'all a little bit too cool. Freaking 11.
Nah.
Like, there people just saying, like, Drake, you might be a weirdo, man.
Man, he better end up like R. Kelly in this joint.
Yeah.
So was the name Euphoric supposed to be about the TV show?
Something like that, because they say Drake has something to do with this.
Drake's the producer of the Euphoric TV show,
bro. There are like
it's all about high school girls.
If you're messing with that many freaking women like Drake, right? There's something that might not be stable in your mind, bro. Like, there's no way you just screwing all these damn women and it ain't doing something to you, bro. Like, it does something to you. As a dude who in my peak could go with the best of them on a small scale, on a broke dude scale,
on a much different scale.
Yeah, it do something to you, bro. It does something to you.
100%.
And like, there's like in the way that he's like super petty when it comes down to women and super petty when it comes down to this type of stuff. He's a traumatized dude, bro. And the crazy thing is, I enjoy listening to the results of this dude's screwed up life, because Drake's life is weird, bro. And I enjoy listening to the fruit of his trauma, because he had his shit together. Because the more Kendrick Lamar gets his shit together, the less I want to listen to Kendrick Lamar, to be honest with you. Because that damn trauma album he dropped, I was like, man, I don't want to hear this, bro. It's ass shaking time. It's F-boy time, bro. I don't have time for. I don't have time. You talking about you don't know if you got molested or not. You feel like you might have, but you're not sure. I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear about your auntie's a man now. I don't care nothing about what uncle's a woman. I don't care about none of that. But yeah. But like I said, the fact that Drake is unstable makes him make music that I like. And I think that's an unfortunate side of how this whole thing works. But some of your favorite artists, the more screwed up your life was, the better the music was put down. When the last thing you heard something about Adele?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, for real.
Hey, her whole first album that made her so famous was about a breakup, bro.
About a real jacked up relationship.
A messy ass breakup.
Yep. I can tell you a lot of artists, man, when they got married and all that kind of stuff, the music was not good.
You gotta calm down. Yeah.
Yep.
I got real boring when I got my life together. I got real boring.
Exactly. Well, I tell you what, man, we about to slide about this joint, man, for my man Parish Sharkey. For Kenny Stubblefield, it's Anthony Sain. Another great episode of Anthony Sain Show. See you guys this Friday, man, and we up out of here.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.